Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate, the most merciful. All praise and thanks are due to him, and peace and blessings be upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him, and he who is misguided, no one can guide him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I do bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. Respected brothers and sisters, anyone who's watching MuslimDo application, we welcome you with our new episode starting from today up to the end of January 2022, inshallah. Today, I'm with you with my known program to you, which is fixing misconceptions. About 2 hours ago, I did finish my Arabic episode of the same topic. Today's topic will be about al-Istikhara, the prayer of al-Istikhara. You know, in Islam, it's part of the prophetic sunnah, basically, to pray the Istikhara when you are about to face something new. You have some kind of hesitation, you are hesitant, you don't know which decision to take regarding something really does matter for you, but you don't know whether it's khair, it's good, or it's bad for you. You have no idea about the future. So it's highly recommended in Islam to pray the Istikhara. It's a very well-known terminology, Istikhara, in which the one of us is highly recommended to pray 2 rak'at apart from the compulsory prayer, which is apart from the fard prayer. Approaching the end, when you finish, before you say Assalamu alaikum, which is we say Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Before doing this, you make a special dua about the thing that you are about to do, whether it's good for you or bad, or you can make the same dua after you finish the 2 prayers immediately. Both are permissible, are valid, so no problem. Now, what is the misconception? For many social reasons, some of them has to do with spreading, the ignorance about some Islamic concepts, less education, many reasons. Many Muslims, especially in the Arab world, they use the prayer of Istikhara just exclusively, in 90% of the cases, just for the marriage. And in specific, when one of the sisters, someone is approaching her, or he's offering a proposal or proposaling, for example, asking for her hand to marry her, immediately she starts asking one of the pious sisters in her family, her aunt, her grandma, for example, to pray this Istikhara and to see whether they have seen a dream when they sleep or not, and what does this dream say, and that's it. So for many reasons, out of ignorance, a good number of Muslims, they minimized this big treasure of the Istikhara prayer into just the concept of marriage. Most of the times, the sister asks someone else, not by herself, to pray this Istikhara. Most of Muslims, they think the reply of the Istikhara basically is just to see a dream, and this dream you will be, let's say, told what to do, which is really a big mistake. Istikhara, and today is my job to highlight this huge concept of the beauty of the treasure of al-Istikhara. When we say Istikhara, it means the prayer in which you pray asking Allah Almighty, God Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala, to choose for you. You are submitting yourself in full to the will of Allah so that He decides for you what should happen. Now, the core idea of the whole prayer, basically, to bring you closer and to be more submissive and to feel the beauty and to taste the beauty of being more close to your Lord. Okay, let's understand now the dua. Basically, I will say the dua in Arabic and I will give the core translation of its meaning. Then I will tell you how to make benefit and how to reflect upon how to use it and these kind of technical details. The dua says, اللهم إني أستخيرك بعلمك وأستقدرك بقدرتك وأسألك من فضلك العظيم فإنك تقدر ولا أقدر وتعلم ولا أعلم. So you are declaring that, oh Allah, I'm asking you to choose because you know and I don't know, and you have the power and the mighty and I have nothing. Oh ya Allah. Then Allahumma in kunta ta'lam. Oh Allah, if you know, and definitely Allah knows, but Allah is giving us like an opportunity to train ourselves how to be more submissive to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, if you know, and Allah definitely knows, that this thing, and you mention your thing, which could be buying a new car, which could be, for example, to marry from a woman, which could be moving to another city to start your master's degree, which could be choosing your BA degree out of, let's say, 5 different scholarships you received because you are excellent in your grades in your high school, for example, which could be anything. Okay, now you are confused, you don't know what to do. You mention in this thing, buying, traveling, studying, marrying, whatever. Oh Allah, if you know that, اللهم إن كنت تعلم أن هذا الأمر فيه خير لي في ديني ودنياي ومعاشي وعاقبة أمري, if you know, Allah knows that this thing, you mentioned this thing, contains the khair, the good, the goodness for me in this worldly life and in the hereafter, make it easy for me. يسره لي, make it easy. واقدره لي, let it be my share, part of my faith, O Allah. وإن كنت تعلم, and if you know, and Allah definitely knows, if you know that this thing, I repeat it again, marrying, studying, investing, traveling, whatever, فيه شر لي في ديني ودنياي ومعاشي وعاقبة أمري, contains bad, evil thing for me and I don't know. Look, the core of the dua, فاصرفه عني واصرفني عنه. Take it away from me, take it from my way, and take me from its way, as if it's a metaphor, or let my heart not be, eager, not to be stuck to it, not to be close to it, which means, oh Allah, disconnects my heart to be hanging in it. So take it away from my face and take my heart, myself, from it. قال وقدر لي الخير حيث كان. Let the khair, oh Allah, let the khair be wherever you decide, wherever you know is the best for me. قال وردني به, and give me this satisfaction in myself, in my heart, in what you have decided as the part of my faith by your decision. Now, understanding this dua will make it easy for us to understand the core of istikhara. Now, in a sound hadith, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of the Sahaba, said that Prophet Muhammad used to teach them to do this, to istikhara, nearly in every aspect of their life. So, number one, istikhara is not just for marriage. It's for anything that really concerns you, number one. Number two, we do pray this 2 rak'at of al-istikhara in the things which is permissible for us, not with the compulsory, things, or with the forbidden things, which means, it does not make any sense to pray the istikhara in something which is compulsory, which means I have to do it. It's not up to me. Like, for example, taking care or respecting my parents. Respecting my parents, it's a wajib, fard. It's a compulsory act of worship to take care and to respect my parents. It's not up to me to think about it. So there is no istikhara. It does not make any sense actually, because it's a compulsory action. Okay. For example, now wearing the hijab. I want to pray the istikhara whether to wear the hijab or not to wear the hijab. No, it's a compulsory act of worship, and so on. Or the prohibited things. It does not make any sense to pray the istikhara whether I should be drinking, for example, whiskey or beer, for example, or vodka or beer. No. All of them are prohibited because all types of alcoholic drinks are prohibited in Islam. Okay, so if this thing is prohibited or compulsory, it's out of the area of what we are discussing. We are discussing the permissible things or the recommended things. When I have to, for example, two recommended things, good, nice things, I can do one of them. I can't do both of them. But I'm confused. Which one is better now? For example, okay, I want to do this good thing. For example, there is a group of brothers and sisters. They are donating for poor, needy people in some certain area of poverty in X country. So they asked me to travel with them because I have some kind of good experience in how to collect, how to distribute because of my volunteer work. It's recommended, contains a lot of khair. I have some good experience. I can help. I have time. In the same time, for example, someone offered me to attend a course which will promote my experience how to manage the volunteer work for the areas of poverty. So both of them in high recommended areas, both of them contains a great goodness, and both of them highly recommended. I can do both of them. I would love to do both of them, but they came on the same time, which is the exact holiday of mine. So what shall I do? This or that? This one, they will be benefiting from me directly. In this one, it's a long part of my long process planning. They will be benefiting from me later. So I'm a little bit confused. Which one of them is better? Both of them are good. I can do both of them. And both of them I highly recommend it, for example, okay? Or, for example, now I want to continue my studies. I did, let's say, I obtained very high grades. So I received a scholarship from, let's say, Harvard University, Cambridge, Oxford, Montreal, for example, McGill, Toronto University. So okay, very good, high prestigious university. All of them, they send me, for example, scholarships. So I'm confused. Which one of them is better for me? So I will start consulting, asking, seeing, good. We are not discussing prohibited things, and we're not discussing, there is nothing in Islam that tells me you must study in Harvard. You should not go to Cambridge because it's haram to go to Harvard or Cambridge, and it's a compulsory to go to Waterloo or to, for example, Toronto. No, there's not such a thing. It's not a compulsory. And no, I can choose any one of them, but I'm confused because all of them. In this, so we need to know this point. So istikhara in the permissible things or the recommended things, okay? So I pray the istikhara. Next point. This special dua should be said and should be supplicated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before I finish the two prayers or after I finish the salam. And they should be in what we call the nafil, the 2 rak'at of nafil, which means in the compulsory prayer, I'm not supposed to do this dua, which means when I pray dhuhr, asr, fajr, maghrib, isha, no. Prophet Muhammad said that you pray it in an extra additional 2 rak'at. You can pray it in a special 2 rak'at for istikhara, and you can make this dua after any sunnah or any nafil. Sunnah or nafil, for example, like when you pray the 2 rak'at before the dhuhr prayer or the 2 rak'at after the dhuhr prayer. When you pray that sunnatul fajr, the 2 rak'at before the fard of the fajr prayer, for example. Or when you pray the 2 rak'at of tahiyyatul masjid, when you greet the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you can make this dua. So one of the things that you need to know, that when you make this prayer, okay, now next point. Okay, I did pray. It's something I'm confused. I don't know which university. I don't know whether I should proceed in asking the hand of marrying this lady. She's very nice. I liked her. She has a very good reputation. I sat with her. She seems very nice, very pretty. her way of thinking is too close to mine, and I believe in theory that we can be a very nice, good husband and wife, but still I'm confused. Shall I continue or not? So I start praying the istikhara. Okay, now I did the istikhara. Now, one of the most common reactions towards the istikhara, this kind of happiness, satisfactions, which we call in Arabic انشراح الصدر. انشراح الصدر, it's a metaphor of this kind of easiness, happiness, satisfaction, this kind of beautiful feelings inside of your heart after you pray towards something. Okay, for example, you're confused to do it or not to do it, then your heart becomes so open, so easy with one of the two options. So this is one of the reactions from your Lord to you. Or we say انقباض الصدر, your heart will be as if it will be freezed, it will be very tough, you know, sad towards one of the options. This is one of the reactions of Allah to you, whether to proceed or to stop and to cancel. One type. Now, this is very clear, obvious. It doesn't need someone like me to explain to you. But when do we need to fix the misconception? Now, the most important thing, which I might be finishing my idea. Now, we said, I've done this prayer, let's say 50 times, whether shall I travel to do this, or to buy this piece of land, or to invest in this company, or to study, or to accept the scholarship of this university. Now, my logical thinking, my intellectual power, my feelings, they are with one of the options. Let's imagine that I have two scholarships, one of them from Cambridge, the other one from Oxford, in the same field, nearly same conditions, and both of them prestigious university. Okay, shall I go here or there, here or there? For example, let's imagine that my heart, my thinking is a little bit, you know, more supporting going to Cambridge, but I was confused. However, I'm with, you know, the idea of going to Cambridge, not to Oxford. So both of them are for them permissible. I'm confused, but a little bit with Cambridge. Okay, so I was in the idea that I would love to go to Cambridge more than Oxford, regardless of the reasons. So I started praying the istikhara, praying the istikhara, praying the istikhara, praying. Now, out of nowhere, without knowing the reason, immediately, Cambridge University, they phoned me and say, we are sorry, all of our scholarships have been cancelled completely due to a big financial crisis in the UK. Okay, what shall I do? What's the point? If I kept saying, oh Allah, if there is khair, make it easy. If there is no khair for me, take it away from me, take my heart away, and let the khair be in the place of your choice and give me satisfaction. They closed it. They canceled, even though I would love to go. But they said, no scholarships for anyone. It's completely canceled for the coming 5 years because we are finding we want to support, for example, the government, whatever. It happens. It's a theoretical example, okay? So very simply, so the answer will be, it's not part of your fate. Just forget it. So I will not be so sad. I will not feel any kind of depressions. I've lost my scholarship. What shall I do now? I lost my golden opportunity. I will not go and cry. I will not thinking about committing suicide. Or no. Imagine that I love the girl, and I thought she might be, or she will be, the best wife for me in my life. And initially she gave me the, let's say, the signs of acceptance initially. So I was praying the istikhara. So it was approaching to take this group of people to do it officially, to make the contract of the marriage officially, everything. Just one day before, her father phoned me and said, we are sorry, she changed her mind. Regardless, she does not want to discuss it. Please forget it and don't call us again. Okay, but May I know why? Sorry, just forget it. Have I done anything wrong? No, but sorry, just forget it. I was praying the istikhara. Now the refusal came without me knowing any reason. I have no right so far to ask why. So initially, what shall I do? Many people, they commit suicide, by the way. I'm not exaggerating, because, okay, but what happened? Emotionally, they will reach to a level of they can't accept, but she's the best person. Who told you? No, she's not. That's not necessarily. This is what you thought. That's why the istikhara is praying the role of submitting your heart to Allah, not to a husband or a wife or a company or investing or a university. No, to Allah. Ya Allah, I don't know. So Allah has given you the answer. There is no goodness. Forget her. Close the file. Don't cry. Don't be depressed. Don't line up for 7 months searching for a psychiatrist to give you a lot of medicine just to control yourself, not to think about committing suicide. No. Simply, may Allah make her life easy. There is no khair of being husband and wife. That's it. Think a positive way. Allah responded to you and you were asking, where is the khair? I don't know. Oh, Allah, make it easy for me. Allah made it easy. He closed this one. He opened something else which you don't know. And this is in a very simple way. This is the core point of the istikhara, which is applicable on buying a car, selling your house, traveling to a new city, studying in a new university, having a new investment, being a friend with a new person. Just name it, tens and hundreds of aspects of your life. When you deal with this, you will be psychologically, spiritually, much more stable, much more happy, satisfied, and you will enjoy your life. In addition to the fact that you enjoy with special relation with your Lord, the one who created you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide me and you to the best of understanding of our great treasure, i.e. Islam. Thank you very much for being with us with our new season for the first day, and stay tuned with us. We have a good number of new ulama, new dua, preachers and scholars, inshallah. Thank you very much.